Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to take a look at two things that we should keep in mind when dancing with better dancers. Now, these are not things that exclusively apply to dancing with better partners. This applies to everyone. But in general, these are things that you usually see when people want to dance with partners who are more skilled than them. And usually the better that person that they want to dance with is, the more you're likely to see this kind of behavior that I'm going to talk about here. Let's get straight to the point. The first thing is cabeceo. So let me put a situation that is unfortunately far too common, I think. Let's say you go to your local milonga that you often go to, and that day there's a show from a couple from somewhere else that they don't usually go there, and they do the show, and after that they sit down, and then everyone wants to dance with them, and everyone goes and asks them for a dance in their face instead of using cabeceo. And they will dance all night long, non-stop, just dancing, dancing, dancing with anyone who goes and asks them for a dance. Now my question is, why are people going and asking them for a dance to their face when there exists cabeceo, when there is a set way, a common language that everyone understands, that means I want to dance with you, do you want to dance with me? Why do people go ahead and ask them in their face? And I think the reason is that many people kind of feel like, well, I gotta take this opportunity. They're not here often, or I just really, really, really want to dance with her or with him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask. And in a way, you know that you have a higher chance of getting that dance if you go and ask them to their face, because you put them in a compromise, because they have to reject you in front of a lot of people when you just walk to their table. Maybe that's the worst case scenario, but in front of a lot of people, and everyone will see that you got rejected, and whether you like it or not, that is putting someone in a compromise, and people often say yes more often when you go ask them straight to the face instead of using cabeceo. Now my question is, if that person wanted to dance with you, wouldn't that person look at you? I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. I know some people think that cabeceo only works for men, that only men can cabeceo and that women are just powerless, but in reality it's when you look at that person, you're indicating to them that you want to dance with them. So it doesn't matter, the nod is just a confirmation, but in reality, just by looking at them, you're letting them know, I want to dance with you. So if that person looks back at you and nods, or looks back and you nod, then that person wants to dance with you. But if that person looks away, that person doesn't want to dance with you. So my question is, why are you going ahead and asking them to their face when you can let them know via looking at them or cabeceo or whatever? And I think it's because you really, really want to get that dance. However, there's a problem that you're kind of taking advantage of that social pressure or compromise that you're putting the other person in order to dance with them, and you're disregarding their desire to dance with you or to dance at all. Maybe they don't want to dance, maybe they already danced 3 tandas, or maybe they and just want to rest, or maybe they just don't like the music that is playing right now. So when you go ahead and ask them to their face, you put them in a compromise, and yes, you have a higher chance to get in that tanda, but you might get a tanda with someone who doesn't want to dance with you. And so what's the point of that? It's a one way, it's only, the enjoyment goes only one way. The other person doesn't want to be doing that. And I think that's a fundamental problem, that we should care more whether the other person wants to dance with us, not just that we want to dance with the other person. And this happens a lot when you see a professional dancer, world champion or whatever, go to a small local milonga that they don't often go to, that people will feel like, oh, this is my chance to dance with this person. But in reality, it's a person you have in front. That person also might not want to dance. They also have their own desires. They might be tired. So, and I know people are gonna say, well, if they don't want to dance, they can just say no, no biggie. And I agree, they should say no. But unfortunately, that's not how people work. They will often say yes, even if they don't want to, because it happens to everyone. It happens to me. It probably happens to you that somebody wants to dance with you, and you don't want, but just say yes because you feel compromised to do so. So don't put that person in that situation. If you want to dance with them, let them know, look at them for a couple tandas, and hope they want to dance with you. Even if everyone else is doing it, don't follow the crowd. Just do what you think is right, which is respecting that person's desire and choice to dance with you or not. The second thing I want to talk about happens when people are dancing with this person. They usually get overexcited because they're dancing with a professional or somebody who's really good, and they stop paying attention to the ronda. They start bumping into other people or taking steps back, and in general start doing a lot of steps, a lot more than what they usually do. They start dancing very differently, and this happens because people think, well, now I'm dancing with a world champion or whatever, so they can follow me very well whatever I do, so I can do gancho, volcado, sacada, and whatnot. But in between all that, you forget that you're actually dancing with another person, and that person is not a tool for your entertainment. It's not someone you can just use, and because they're really good, because they're really skilled, then you could just do whatever. And one thing I've learned after coming to Buenos Aires and dancing with a lot of people who are better than me, that those people also just enjoy a normal dance. You don't have to do a million steps to satisfy them, or that they might not enjoy you just doing a million steps just because they can. And that they, as much as the next person, just enjoy a normal dance, with a normal person who is just trying to connect with them and follow the music, which is what we should do with anyone. But for some reason, when people dance with somebody who's really good, like maybe a world champion or whatever, a professional or your local celebrity or whatever, they tend to forget this and again think in this way where, like, well, this is my opportunity. This person is really good, so it's my opportunity to do all the steps that I cannot do with these other people who are maybe not so skilled. But if you care that they enjoy the dance with you as much as you will enjoy your dance with them, then you should just treat them as a normal person and just go ahead and dance the way you dance, the way that they saw you dance when they decided they wanted to dance with you. So those have been the two things I wanted to go over today. I think a key takeaway from this is that remember that more skilled partners, even celebrities, world champions, are just normal people. They, they came into tango for the same reasons that you and I, and that they enjoy a normal dance, connecting and following the music, not bumping into people just as much as you and as much as the next person. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like if you like the video. It does help motivate me to upload more videos, knowing that people are interested in listening or talking about this. Also, do leave a comment if you have a question, if you want to share some of your experiences, if you want to suggest a topic for a future video, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Until the next one.